Hey there guys, so today I'm going to walk you through kind of how to use Evernote. It's a tool that, basically it's kind of like Word or Google Docs. You can just type out whatever you want on there. It's a really great note-taking tool, and it's actually what I use to type out all of my posts and lessons and emails before I send them out. I'm going to screen share with you here and kind of show you how I do that. So, all right, so this is Evernote, and it's just evernote.com. You create your own login and everything, and you can actually download it to your computer. So this is the online website. You can access it online on any computer, and you can also download it as an app just on your desktop, and you can also get an app on your phone. And so this is where I, for the most part, jot down all of my thoughts and write out my posts beforehand. And I admit that I'm not the most organized with keeping everything like in separate notebooks and everything, but you can keep it all organized and you can create new notebooks. So just by clicking new notebook, then maybe I want to make a new notebook for webinar post. So what I'm actually going to be doing a little series about webinars. So maybe I want to have my own little notebook for posts about that, even though I've already got most of them written out, just for example's sake. So then you can add a new note, and so you would type it out. You can do basically everything that you could do in Word. So you can change the fonts if you want. There's not a whole lot of different font styles, but usually I'm just copying and pasting it into like MailChimp or into Squarespace to create a blog post or an email. So the font here doesn't really matter. You can do bold, and that will show up bold or italic or underlined or whatever you want to do within the blog post. You can also do like strike throughs, and it will all show up in the blog post or email. So you can create like a checkbox, and you can create nice like to-do lists. So, you know, if rather than doing a blog post, let's say that this is a checklist. So you could say walk the dog, get groceries, and then you can check them off as you do them. So it's kind of a nice little online tool as far as making like checklists as well. And I've done that a couple times, and I use that function more if I'm on my phone. And it's really, I guess I use it like for getting groceries. So, I mean, some of these things, you know, it's not just for blogging, but it's just to make your life easier as well. Otherwise, you know, back to blog posts, you can add like bullet lists or, of course, numbers. You can also attach files. And then, so you just choose the file from your computer. I'm not actually going to do this. A lot of times I will insert links, and you know, especially with like blog posts and everything, and so that does again show up when you copy and paste it into the blog post. You can add in tables or divider lines. So maybe I want to type a little bit and then I want to add a divider line, so I can do that. You can of course change like your alignment, indent or unindent, and then subscript or superscript, or you can remove all the formatting. So let's see. And so then you can also move the note. So maybe I want to move it into a different notebook, or I can even create a new notebook to put it in. And so you do that just by typing in there. You can, if you have like a ton of notebooks, you can search for the notebook within here. And then you can also add tags. So I can create a new tag, and then you know, keep on going with the tags. And that way, if you have a bunch of different things that might relate all in different notebooks, you can search for it, and I'll show you that in just a second. You can also share a post. So say you can send the note to somebody. You can share it on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You can get a link for the post, or you can just email it to somebody. So with these things, you could also use it kind of like Google Docs and maybe share it for like a guest post, or just if you're working as a team. I haven't worked actually on anything with anybody, so I'm not sure if it does have the capability that both of you can be working on it at the same time and the changes will show up like Google Docs. But if you do just want to like share it with somebody, you can certainly do that. And so then of course you can like star it. You can remind yourself to edit it. And then you can also make like info about the note. You can set a URL, and that's just like when you changed or when you created it and when you updated it. So let's just go to like search. So you can search, this is just in webinar posts, you title. So this is just like the search it comes up with in lessons. Otherwise, you can just go to all of your notes, or you can check out like your tags. So I've only got one tag. I don't actually use the tag feature, but I know a lot of people who probably would if you have more notebooks. I tend to just delete things as I post, and then just call it good, because usually I don't need that again. All right, so if we go like to the notes, so you can always just add a new note just to what it is. It will just go into whatever notebook you are in. So you can just go like that, and that just adds another new note. Otherwise, you can always move it right up here. So we're actually going to cancel, and then you can edit. So you can edit your reminders up here. And just to kind of tell you why I use this, I use it more just to get myself organized, because a lot of times I will write things way ahead of time, and then I might need to come back and edit them, or I might want to schedule them out. And so that way I can just write whenever I'm inspired, and I might go back and then edit later. But I found a couple times before I started doing this, I would just type it into like Squarespace or type it into like MailChimp, and then I would accidentally set it up to go out too soon, and so before it was edited. So then I would kind of go into panic mode, and I started using it on this, and so I don't even move it over into Squarespace or MailChimp until it's all ready to go. So then you can also just a couple other things. You can sort it by different things. So you can set it by the title. You can set it by when you updated it or when you created it. And you can also show images or text. You can add in images, and then when you copy and paste it, it will show up in here. So you can just, so I would copy the image and just paste it, and that works really well. Or you can even just like drag and drop it. I'm just going to like delete that. So when you click delete, just it comes up with that, and then it's deleted. And you can also star things. I haven't starred anything, but you just press the star and it goes to shortcuts. If you are working with anybody, you can have a work chat going, and so you can search for people who also have Evernote, and you can start chatting with them. So those are the basic features, and this again is just for the free version of it. I do not use the paid version, though there is a paid version available. I find that the free version meets all of my needs, and especially with the mobile app, that's really nice, because then I can, if I find myself just kind of waiting, but I don't have my laptop, then I can work on any posts that I want to on my phone. So that's just kind of a nice option as well, just so I can make use of idle time, especially if I don't necessarily have anything to do on Pinterest or anything like that. So that's everything that you really need to know about Evernote. So you can go out and give it a try, and you can use it either with Google Docs, or you could use one or the other. It just is kind of a personal preference. I just like the fact that I can see so many of my posts right there and kind of jump back and forth, and be sure that I'm like comparing, oh, what did I already write? What did I already put in this? And just make sure that all of my posts are flowing really well, whereas Google Docs kind of makes me go back and forth between pages. So it's just a matter of personal preference and whatever you like. So you can mess around with both and see whichever one works better for you. Thanks, guys. Bye.